Welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And my goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a specific film. So the specific film I'm reviewing today is called Slumberland. This adventure comedy is now available exclusively on Netflix. It's rated PG and is an hour and 57 minutes long, which is a pretty long movie. However, I think it's time well spent. My movie review mom grade is an A minus. I really enjoyed this. Before I give you all the details, let me explain how I do my reviews in case you're brand new to my channel. And yay, thank you for watching my videos. So I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked, things I didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, interesting lines, funny lines if there are any, and recommendations for other movies. All right, so in a nutshell, the story is based on the comic strip series called Little Nemo in Slumberland by Winsor McCay. Slumberland takes audiences to a magical new place, a dream world where precocious Nemo, played by Marlo Barkley, and her eccentric companion Flip, played beautifully by Jason Momoa, embark on the adventure of a lifetime. After her father, Peter, who's played by Kyle Chandler, is unexpectedly lost at sea, young Nemo's idyllic Pacific Northwest existence is completely upended when she's sent to live in the city with her well-meaning but deeply awkward Uncle Philip, played very well also by Chris O'Dowd. Her new school and new routine are challenging by day, but at night, a secret map to the fantastical world of Slumberland connects Nemo to Flip, a rough around the edges but lovable outlaw who quickly becomes her partner and guide. She and Flip soon find themselves on an incredible journey, traversing dreams and fleeing nightmares, where Nemo begins to hope that she will be reunited with her father once again. All right, that's a big mouthful. That was the description that Netflix sent me. So let me tell you some of the things I really liked about this movie. As I mentioned, Jason Momoa is in it, but unlike Jason Momoa's most recent movie called The Last Manhunt, where he has very little screen time, Slumberland features his comedic chops in many of the scenes. He provides goofy fun and whimsy and really creates all of the energy, really, for the entire movie. Marlo Barkley gave a fantastic performance too, especially for such a young actress. She constantly reminded me of Saoirse Ronan. Let me know, comment down below if you see the physical resemblance. I could easily see the two actresses together in a movie about sisters or even a mother and daughter, possibly. I really enjoyed Chris O'Dowd and Kyle Chandler in their roles too. I like the subtle connections. For example, Philip sells doorknobs while Flip is constantly looking for doors to open. Captain Nemo fights a giant octopus in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, while Nemo's nightmare is about kind of an evil fog that looks like an octopus. There are very entertaining special effects. Fun fact, the poem that is read at the funeral is called Crossing the Bar, written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Children will love this fantasy and stay engaged, I think, throughout. And so will parents. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. You'll laugh on the inside as well as on the outside. In other words, sometimes I laughed out loud, and then sometimes I just kind of went, smiled inside without making noise. Little Jacob So was ridiculously adorable as the young truck driver. Now, there were a few things that I didn't like or just thought could have been handled better. For example, what is so terrible about having a protagonist as a boy? Nowadays, every boy lead has been replaced by girls in movies. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but such is the case in this movie adaptation of the comic strip, which was originally about a boy named Nemo. So that just kind of drives me nuts. I don't know why Hollywood thinks that the only way to elevate women is to put men down or to make it seem like women are completely capable of doing everything in their lives without a man. Now, I'm all for female empowerment, but again, I don't know why both women and men can be strong. They're different, but they can be equal, but different, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I just didn't see any problem at all with having this Nemo character be a boy like he was originally intended. And speaking of originally intended, why wasn't Winsor McCoy given on-screen credit for creating the characters in this movie? That seemed really odd to me, and I didn't know if the director and the writer should be ashamed for plagiarism, or if it was just in another place, their names, meaning that their names were written in another place that I didn't see. So what's going on with this movie? There are some bad CGI moments that kind of take you out of the magical moments. Some of the action sequences are extremely chaotic, but to balance that out, the movie is very colorful and does have some very good CGI moments. Let me give you some tips for parents, because this is a movie that kids are going to be interested in watching. First of all, there are people in dangerous situations. The death of a father leaves a girl orphaned. Nothing is too scary, though, so that's good. There is destruction, and it is very family friendly in a fantastical type of world, split by reality. Some of the themes that I think are illustrated very well in the movie are father-daughter relationships, family, dreams and nightmares, fears, loss of a loved one, healing, and imagination. So I always write down funny lines and interesting lines on my written review at moviereviewmom.com. And so you can go over there and check those out. I'll just share a few of them with you right now. Actually, this is a conversation. I'm looking at my notes here. So Peter asks, did you ever figure it out what the lighthouse is for? And this is the father figure. And then his daughter, whose name is Nemo, says, it's not to keep ships safe. And so Peter says, no, if we wanted to do that, we'd never let them leave the harbor, would we? And Nemo says, to guide you on your journey. And I thought that that was really sweet, that parents can definitely relate to that. We don't want our kids to get hurt. And yet that's one way that we all grow and learn, isn't it? So let me give you three recommendations for films that I think are very similar, or ones that I thought of immediately after watching them. So the first one is called Sweet Girl, and it stars Jason Momoa, and it's a fun cat and mouse chasing, running away kind of a movie with lots of action and drama, and not necessarily family friendly. It's a little bit more dark, but about a girl and her father. The next one I think is family friendly. It's also Netflix, called The Adam Project. In fact, all of these three movies that I'm recommending are Netflix movies. Anyway, I loved it with Ryan Reynolds, and just some fantastic young acting in the movie, and lots of adventure and stuff. And then the third one, also a Netflix movie, is an animation called The Sea Beast, also about kind of a father-son, a father-daughter relationship, and experiences in the sea with fantastic animation. All right, that's it. I hope if you see any of those movies that you enjoy them, comment down below. Let me know what you think of them, and if you even have additional recommendations. When you get a minute, be sure and hit subscribe if you're new to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. And check me out on Instagram. That sounds weird. Don't just check me out. Become friends with me on Instagram, where you can see my daily podcast information about my 31 books, and my online courses, and some other nonsense. All right. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.